Prefix is the only Conference USA team the Monarchs have never played until today.
If you're going to hit reset, isn't it nice to do it at home where you're currently undefeated?
Old Dominion won the toss, has elected to defer.
To start at free safety. First pass of the day is complete for a first down across the 40, and knocked out of bounds is Michael Lawrence. And the true freshman, Evan Johnson, checks in and takes the handoff, heads left, turns the corner. There's room. 30, 25, inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 18 yards for Evan Johnson.
Bernard got the tackle. He ran right in to Bernard, but the longest rush of the season for a promising young guy, Johnson, who scored last week against FAU.
After taking the opening kickoff, Fine throws into the near flat, and Guyton with the catch inside the 5, reaches for the goal line. He got it, touchdown. First catch today, and he takes it in, and it's 6-0.
And he's going to give big props to Kelvin Smith out ahead of this play on the left side.
Player was down, but prior to reaching the goal line.
Other side now motion left to right. Darden and the handoff for Wilson, and he will go in standing. Touchdown.
Center of that offensive line collapsed. The three-man front. Tyson, the nose tackle, the only guy that had a chance, and he could not get to Wilson.
Running back to the right of Mason Fine, who fakes to him and throws on the right sideline to open his Guyton. Now he's got the catch out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 2. The ODU 45. Play action fake. Fine rolling to his right. And fires complete. Guyton with the catch. Out of bounds inside the 35 with another first down. Wilson is the running back. Play action fake, and Fine wants to float one deep. He has him in. Caught, goal line, touchdown. Rico Bussey with his second touchdown grab of the year. You remember the first, it beat UTSA in the closing seconds. This one makes it 13-7.
And there's Mason Fine going up top, 34 yards on the strike. Mason Fine, 8 out of 8 passing to begin this game. A branch there to move the ball.
Play action fake by Fine, steps up, feels some heat, throws complete, and Darden with the catch inside the 45 of the Monarchs and down to the 43-yard line. An 18-yard pickup by Jalen Darden, the true freshman out of Houston.
Great creativity by Fine in a moving pocket to hit Darden on the run.
Nick Smith is the running back, trips right, Bussey left, play action fake. Fine rolling to his right. And the throw on the run, caught by Bussey, crossing pattern inside the 25 to the 23. A very similar play to the one that beat UTSA, except Fine was able to see this completion, not having been wiped out flat on his back. First down the 13, left to right now, the wind at their back to start the second quarter, and Fine fires inside the 10. It is caught, and fighting his way down to the 6-yard line is Kelvin Smith. Evan Johnson is the running back, takes the handoff, room up the middle, inside the 5 to the goal line, and in, touchdown. Evan Johnson, the 5'6", 180-pound true freshman out of LaRanger, Louisiana, makes it 20-10.
Back-to-back Saturdays with a scoring touchdown on the ground for the diminutive but very productive Evan Johnson.
Darden waiting at his 20. And they block it. It is picked up at the 40 and returned to the 30, to the 20, up the sideline, 10-5, touchdown. Evan Johnson.
Robinson had another block. He's done it twice this year, and a double thud sounded beautiful here at Apogee.
Snap back for Williams, and his pass is deflected high in the air and intercepted at the 30-yard line. The Mean Green come up with a takeaway. Tip ball comes down to Andy Bluchy, and he's mobbed on the sideline as he holds his prize out with his left hand.
That'll bring the number 99 jerseys to their feet.
White has the snap, turns, gives to Smith, picks his way into the secondary, inside the 10, inside the 5, first and goal. Pick up of 10 straight up the middle.
15th first down of this first half for the Mean Green, 181 first downs on the season.
And Fine will again give to Smith a leap, and he is into the end zone. The ball is loose. He recovers his own fumble. If it was in fact a fumble, it was already a touchdown. Nick Smith with a leap to go over the top to make it 34-20.
Tailback guy committee in this first half. Wilson, Johnson, and Smith have all found pay dirt for the Mean Green in the pocket.
Bailey Cates' last punt was blocked. This one is too. And it will bounce at the 35-yard line and be killed at the 38. The second punt block.
Looked like Bachman was the man that time to get a paw on it. Bachman, who began the year with an injured hand, gets more than a paw on this one.
And Nick Smith in the backfield with Fine, who has time, steps up, delivers, caught Smiley inside the 25 and wrestled down to the 23. And Mason Fine will wait for Smith to set up a screen pass to the right side, up to the 30, still on his feet, 35, and finally driven down there. They've taken this possession into North Texas territory, the 47 of the far hash. First down snap, drops back to throw, and lets it fly deep over the middle, intercepted. Eric Jenkins at the 12-yard line. Down there with a pick. A deep ball intended for Isaiah Harper, and the senior corner from New Orleans comes up with a takeaway for a defense that did not have a single takeaway over the last 3 games. Second interception tonight. 3rd and 13. Fine. Well protected this time. Throws to the right flat. Kelvin Smith to catch up the sideline. First down, 25-30 ahead to the 32-yard line. And chased down by Marvin Branch Jr. A 23-yard pickup on 3rd and 13 for Kelvin Smith, the sophomore tight end. A chance to drive for the lead. Fake handoff, and Williams wants to keep, and he is knocked down for a loss of 1 at the 34. Ashton Preston coming up. Brandon Garner. Cox to Williams right on 2nd and 11. Drops, throws, knocked down by Garner. Trying to set up a screen for Cox. And Brandon Garner reading it that time to come up with the deflection. Now 3rd and 11. From the 24, play action fake, and Fine throws. Caught over the middle at the 45, Rico Bussey. Spun down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him the 45, and a nice post by Rico Bussey. Chased down by Marvin Branch after a gain of 22. And there's the 8 yards to keep Old Dominion from being run completely out of the stadium. This one he will let go over his head, and it will get inside the 5 and die at the 2. Lowry to the left of Williams. 2 receivers either side. Williams with the snap back. Hit. And will be sacked back at the 24-yard line. Gang tackle. Ball may be loose at the bottom of the pile.
I think it is. I think Williams' second effort allowed the Mean Green to knock it loose. Now it's a fight in that pile, Dave.
No indication yet. Mean Green start to celebrate. They take it away at the 23.
Hamilton holding the ball in his right hand at the 15-yard line. Williams' second effort cost him that time, but the Mean Green stayed and battled to knock it loose.
He's right, all 3 wide receivers right side. Quarterback draw. Mason keeps inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line.
Don't feel good having to settle for 3 here, but you've got to chip it in now if you're Trevor Moore from close range to tie it up at 38.
This will be little more than an extra point. 23 yards, left to right angle, with 10:49 remaining to tie it up. Good snap and hold. Kick on the way and good. 2nd down and 6. Williams will have to scramble to his left, and the left-hander throws, knocked away and incomplete. And it is 4th and a little less than 1.
Huge opportunity for the Mean Green D after that missed challenge. If you get a stop here, you really swing things around with great field position.
4th and really about a foot. They send Jackson in motion. The handoff for Cox, who is dragged down for a loss. Roderick Young comes up. Andy Flushy comes up. And on 4th and 1, Jeremy Cox loses 1. The Mean Green takeover.
Young and restless up front. That Mean Green D has given up a lot tonight, but right there, they add to the misery of Old Dominion losing the challenge, and Rod Young, behind the line of scrimmage, grabs the left leg, holds on until Bushy can come in and finish him off.
The offense takes over at the Monarch 48. Pistol for Mason Fine, well protected. Steps up, throws complete over the middle, and it's Bussey in a crossing pattern. at the 30-yard line, still on his feet, and finally dropped there along the far sideline. Rico Bussey Jr. Mean Green over 400 total yards, 431. Second down and 10. The give to Nick Smith up the side to the 10, cuts back to the middle, 5, touchdown, and the Mean Green lead. No flags this time for Nick Smith. He's in at his 44-38.
He had a 68-yard run, a beauty of a run wiped off because of a hold, but there's a 20-yard touchdown run that frankly North Texas had to have with 7.5 left to go. They get back on top.
Down 7, they go for it. From the 43, they need the 42. Williams has the snap. He's going to throw for it, and it is bobbled and incomplete, intended for Vaughn. Deep Walkman with coverage may have gotten a hand on it, and the defense stops on a 4th down and turns it back over to the offense with 4:26. North Texas able to come up with the plays to come from behind and knock off Old Dominion 45-38 and stay atop Conference USA's West Division, improving to 4-1 and 5-3 on the season.